me. Good afternoon, good morning, good whatever it is. Hope you're having a great week. It's Tuesday, so about to be the middle of the week. And today, we're going to talk about how to get your mind back and what this entails. So lately I've been reading a lot, and I've been just doing non-digital stuff to try and get a little bit more of my normal thoughts back, essentially. So basically what I've been doing is I've been minimizing the amount of content that I've ingested in the last week or so, and I maximize the amount of analog content such as books, reading, and stuff that doesn't have really big stimulants. And I've been just leveraging that as much as I can. I still consume a little bit of content, still consume a little bit of YouTube, but slowly but surely, my mind is coming back. I can think a little bit more clear. I can understand things a little bit more, on a deeper level. I can also remember things, which is kind of weird. I'm starting to remember a lot of stuff that I just didn't remember at all, right? Memories that I haven't thought about in years and years and years. So, with this being said, my hypothesis in my last videos of just having too much input might actually be a thing, right? I think nowadays we have too much input. So I hope this video actually helps you kind of leverage your way through a more cognitively functioning life, if that makes sense. So I'll give you a couple of steps, and this is what I've been implementing myself to try and help me get to the level where my mind is functioning a little bit better. It's not as it used to be. It's not as great, but I think we're getting to the point that we're seeing a little bit of progress, right? So, step one, minimize your screen time. And this one's very obvious. This one is very, like, if you're gonna minimize your digital ingestion, essentially, obviously your phone is probably the biggest contributing factor of how much content you're consuming on a daily basis. So, minimize that. I used to have 6 to 7 hours, which is basically a shit ton of time, right? So the last week, I think I've averaged 3 hours. So every time I want to pull out my phone, I just stop myself and I just sit there for a little bit. When I'm driving, I don't have like a podcast or a video playing in the background to try to stimulate that drive and make it a little bit better. The other thing, step 2, is probably going to be minimize this one's a little bit rough, but minimize the amount of adult content you're consuming. So this means like anything from, people working out in the gym, girls on whatever platform that you're looking at. Focusing on those things is basically creating a weird necessity in your mind to have that constant hit of something, right? Something very, very stimulating. So I think not even minimizing that, but cutting it out completely is going to help you basically 10x your productivity, your workflow, your concentration time, and basically your overall cognitive function, right? And also something that I've noticed with just eliminating this from my life is emotional regulation. So a lot of the time I used to use content like that to emotionally regulate either my sadness or my boredom, or even when I was happy, I would just regulate it as well to get back to baseline. And basically all the time your emotions in your life are just on this constant flux of things that are not really real, because everything you look at your phone, if you think about it, is not a real thing. So that's step 2. Step 3, it's been a little bit weird. I haven't done it 100%, but I have been trying to implement it as much as I can, and it's try to remove lyric-based music, right? So instead of having a bunch of music, from different artists, what I've been doing, I can't cut out music completely. I just go ahead and put lo-fi on, or some type of chill hop or jazz hop, and this includes stuff even in the gym. Instead of being pumped up and just having all this sound and all these lyrics going into your mind, I just put a melody, essentially. Call it elevator music, but it's basically something that's not ingesting words all the time at every single point of your day. So that one is kind of hard. I have found that the days that I do implement it, my mind is a little bit clear, especially on the drive to work and I drive home from work. I see a lot of improvement with the amount of stuff that I'm thinking about. Instead of thinking about crazy things or what I'm gonna do that weekend or whatever, I'm just kind of focused on just getting to work, doing proper work, doing good work, and then coming back home, and also spending time with my dogs, essentially, and do my meal preps, do my gym workouts, do everything that I need to do. I don't know what the research is behind this. I know that there's another YouTuber that talks a lot about eliminating music from your life. I can't eliminate music completely, but I can minimize the amount of lyrics that are coming into my brain. And then step 4 is basically take 10 minutes a day or 20 minutes a day and try not to meditate, but to sit there with your own thoughts and try to regulate that by yourself. If you have certain thoughts that you really don't like in your mind, try to, during this span of 20, 10, 30 minutes, or whatever it is that you want to do, try to sit there and regulate those thoughts with other thoughts. So if you have a negative thought of, whatever, self-esteem, confidence, and you have this thought that's constantly nagging into your brain all the time, try to swap it with something else during those 30 minutes, or 10 minutes, or whatever it is that you can, whatever amount of time that you can allot for that specific action. And this has helped me. And another thing is I try to do it in the shower. So sometimes when I'm taking a shower, I just, those 10, 20 minutes, I'll just sit there and I'll try to see what type of thoughts I'm having that day and try to regulate it with more enjoyable / productive thoughts. Okay, so those are the 4 things that I've been doing lately to try and regulate the mind again, trying to get my cognitive function back in a way that I can actually be a professional and actually be somebody that gets work done and actually has something to do, instead of just being this slave to a screen all the time and just looking at the screen and basically not understanding or not living my own life. So I hope this video helps. I hope you guys can implement these 4 things, and I will see you soon. See you in the next one, and peace.